Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello, Capricorn, or those with strong Capricorn placements in their birth chart, or cross watchers dealing with a Capricorn, or if you just happen to stumble upon this live stream or video, welcome to Arcana Universe. This is going to be your August 2024 energy forecast reading. But as a reminder, all of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the right time. As with general readings, please only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know if this is your story and which side you're on. So right off the bat, we have, I forget. Did we start with, no, wait, did we start with this? Didn't we? Sorry, I did like 2 other readings today. I posted up Aquarius's reading. No, technically 3 readings today. I did Aquarius's forecast. I did today, the daily tarot today, and I even posted up on my TikTok channel. So feel free to check those readings out. There may be some additional messages there for you, but you know, your energy coming in very strongly. And I see here just overall, there is going to be an opportunity to have some fun, just kind of like, you know, hang out with friends or people who you hold close to you. I see that there's some sort of like social life that's going to be happening for you. And you may be connecting with somebody, you know, you may have somebody that's visiting from out of town or you go and visit them. There's some sort of like rekindling somebody that you kind of stopped talking to, or they made you feel like, you know, that you weren't a priority. I just kind of definitely feel like there was some sort of time apart when it came to this connection. And you realize that, you know, you want them in your life. You don't want to not talk to them. You want to incorporate their energy into your life as best as possible, because you not interacting with those that are close to you, or you know, that you really want to be with, it hurts, you know. I see that there's definitely some level of pain, feeling like you have been neglected in a sense or not feel wanted. And I see here that ultimately you do want some sort of momentum. You don't want to feel like some sort of outcast or somebody is juggling in a sense. And so even though you do have some level of, you know, pride and not necessarily being the one who's chasing for attention, but I see here, you know, whoever you were dealing with, whoever that you just naturally feel very close to and have developed some sort of friendship with, you ultimately know that deep down, like, they care about you, they have deep feelings for you, and there's definitely some basis and foundation of a friendship that formed, and it's hard to let go of. Okay, hello Riley, welcome. All right, so that's just kind of the overall energy coming through for you in August. Let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into some categories and areas of your life. First, we'll tap into your love life, okay? For those of you who have, who are single, who doesn't have any prospects or anything like that, this beginning portion is for you. Okay. So some of you are, I'm getting, you know, okay, you may be dealing with a Virgo or somebody with strong Virgo energy in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but this person, they they made you feel like left out, and it's pretty much what literally what we just talked about. It's like a continuation of that in a sense. And so you are ultimately, if you're single, you're trying to connect with somebody. There is somebody at a distance that you have like strong feelings for, or like you want something to take off, off the ground. But however, this person, they're not engaging with you. They're kind of like leaving you out, making you feel lonely in a sense and left out. And as a result, I see here that, if they're not pouring some level of attention and energy towards you, you're just like, you're kind of, again, I'm getting that pride energy of like, if they don't want to hang out with me, if they don't want to be with me, then I'm going to reciprocate that energy and act like I don't want them, even though, you do want to, and you don't want to be alone. But I see here, it's right now, it's just like, if they don't want to be with me, I don't want to be with them. You're just going to be kind of cutthroat, leave your emotions aside, and that's just kind of the energy that's coming through. For those of you who have somebody in mind or are dealing with somebody, what's going on with you and them? Okay, so some of you, this person may be somebody that you work with, or you're just really great at collaborating. Perhaps you may be in the same field or something like that. But I'm getting that this person, like, there's a lot of online interactions with you and them. There is the sense, though, that this person kind of leave things unclear. Like, it's like they're willing to work things out with you and stuff like that, but this person must be an introvert or something, because they love to just like take time apart to themselves, not necessarily engage with you. And you are beginning to realize that that's just who they are. It's not like, for those of you who didn't know that, this is kind of like a heads up that this person is not because they don't like you, they don't want you. They clearly care about you, but it's just like, if they end up ghosting you, for lack of a better term, if they just kind of like leave and just like retract and all of that, is not because they don't want you. It's because they need time to themselves. I'm getting strong like water energy, so they can be specifically, I'm getting like Cancerian or Pisces energy. Okay, so if you have been getting some sort of like silent treatment for them from them, but even though you know that they really care about you, they want you, they've been there for you, and they've almost been like a rock in a sense. Like, it just trust that even though they're not behaving that way, that they do care. But I mean, me just saying that, I don't know, that seems kind of off. Like, what's the reality of this? Okay, yeah, as mentioned earlier, there's definitely some sort of strong energy about work. So some of you, this may be like a work crush, or you met through work, or you work together. Like, there's just something about collaboration kind of energy that I'm picking up. So there may be there like, they feel like they need to be professional around you, or they kind of feel like perhaps you hold a better title, or you're their superior, or you're their superior or something like that. Like, you're the boss, or you're the manager or something like that. And so this person is trying to focus more on the job and work at hand. Anything else? This is interesting. Okay, so I mean, if you wanted a confirmation of whether or not they like you, they clearly do. They love spending time with you, and they feel like you are somebody that they can count on. You're reliable in the sense that, like, even the sun, even though there are cloudy skies and whatnot, like the sun will always come up. There's always going to be a new day in a sense, and so they know that you're dependable, reliable, and they do want to match your energy, but it's just like at the same time there's some sort of like introverted energy about them where they need time apart to kind of like retract, reflect, and that's just who they are. Okay, that's just who they are. So what's any career messages about finances? Okay, your energy coming in very strongly. So when it comes to finances and career, like it's going well. You feel very stable and very steady, very emotionally fulfilled in the sense that like you know what you're doing. You feel very confident. I see here you're not necessarily like boasting and being like, oh, like I'm doing so well. Look at all of these. Look at all these kings coming through, right? The only king that we are not seeing here is the king of air. Yeah. So okay, I see here that there's going to be I keep getting there's somebody in your energy when it comes to your work that may have like feelings for you or vice versa. There may be some sort of work crush going on. And so just be mindful though that you're not being taken advantage of, because I feel like some of them notice and realizes your status when it comes to your work, and so they may, for them they have nothing to lose. They're just like, oh, it's a win-win situation. Like if they're attracted to you, they have feelings for you, they feel like you're a great worker, and to top it off, you have like some sort of work status as well. And so being with you has its advantages. However, just be mindful that you're not being taken advantage of, that these people are not just wasting your time, because I see here time is important, your sanity, your spirituality is important. And so just be mindful that if there are, some energies around you that is just in it for their own gratification, that you are mindful of that. Any final advice coming through? Okay. All right. So there's something about your family energy coming through. It's saying, there I see somebody in your energy that is really like really cares about you, loves you, can be a family member or somebody that you consider like family. And I see here, strong Virgo energy coming through. Time and again. And I see here that you guys are going to have an opportunity to start something new, have some sort of new beginning, have the opportunity to spend more time together, so to speak, is what I'm seeing here. So, yeah, have fun, enjoy yourself. Like that was the overall energy, right, from the beginning. Just enjoy yourself, have fun. Like try not to hold on to any grudges and stuff like that. If you guys originally have a lot of fun and stuff like that, like continue to be open to that is what I'm seeing here. Like be open to being like kids, letting your inner child like go out and play and stuff like that. I think that's going to be good for your soul is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and no, not this one. Let's go ahead and do, let's go through each sign from Aries through Pisces and see, what's like the connection, or what do you need to know? Like, how do they feel? What's the connection and situation like between you and them, okay? And this part is just going to be very quick. We're just going through each sign very quickly just to have an overview of the energies between the two of you guys. So when it comes to Aries, So they feel like, you're healing. Some of you, maybe you have, your energy has been depleted, or you're recovering from a cold or something like that. I see they think that you need space, you need time, to, if you've been working too much, or there has been a lot on your shoulders, they feel like you're just doing your own thing, and at the end of the day, they want to stay clear away from you so that you can have your space, is what I'm seeing here, okay? Hello, Didas. Welcome back. Okay, so I see here for Taurus, strong Taurus energy coming through. This person sees you as somebody that they can trust, that you guys work well together as a team. This person, values you and, what you have to say, and your contributions. And they ultimately, their intentions towards you is that they want to make you happy, in a sense. Like they realize the value and the importance of having somebody like you by their side, and so they're going to be continuously, trying to protect that connection, try to nurture that connection, is what I'm seeing here. And I see in the for you and Gemini, this person, I think there's some sort of like miscommunication or misunderstanding that has happened. This person feels like, perhaps, you or them, that there's just this feeling that somebody, they can't be themselves around them. They feel like there's some sort of, I don't know, some sort of like miscommunication, misunderstanding. They just kind of feel very judged. And so as a result, like, they're being very protective and not necessarily wearing their heart on their sleeves, okay? And they just realize that, maybe you offended them in some shape or form. But either way, they realize that, when it comes to this connection, it's it's very consistent, slow and steady. There is some stability kind of energy where it just feels like, this isn't a connection that's just going to like stop and stop. I mean, start and stop. It's just like, okay, if there was any miscommunications or misunderstandings, that is going, like, they need some time. They need to be left alone a little bit. But ultimately, they are going to kind of come back and kind of regain or start building trust, or some sort of like that kind of energy is coming through. When it comes to Cancers, Cancer feels very like, not confused per se, but they just kind of feel like maybe they get this energy that you don't like them. Like they feel like, they feel like they're just like walking on eggshells when it comes to you. They think that, you don't care about them, that you don't want them, and that they are, being judged in a sense. And as a result, they just kind of feel like they can't win with you. They feel like they're going to be a disappointment in some shape or form. So they're very cautious. They don't know how to proceed. Their future actions towards you is that, they, if there has been any stagnant energy, they're going to make sure that something is done about it. Okay. What is going to be done about it? I mean, they're open and willing to work with you, but it's just like they're willing to put their best foot forward, but it's just like they can only do so much. If you are willing to be in some sort of partnership or collaboration with them, that you have to be willing to reciprocate as well. And they're hoping that, you are willing to be a team player in that sense. But yeah, that's what I see here. When it comes to Leos, they kind of see you as somebody that is like very smart, that is very like tactical, and is, you don't necessarily just do anything without a plan. And so they kind of see you as a worthy opponent, in a sense, like, not so much as an asset, but there's definitely some sort of like competitiveness going on, even if it's not like, full front and center. but they just kind of feel like, oh, they've met their match in a sense, and that that you have the smarts and the dedications and the willingness to kind of go head to head with them. But ultimately they realize that like that you're not necessarily like they're not, they acknowledge you, but at the same time they don't acknowledge you. It's just kind of, it's a little it's very interesting energy is what I'm picking up when it comes to them. And it's just like I think they think that if they show that they care, or that they think that you are their competition or their match, that it's not, it's this is very interesting. They don't see you as competition. That's the thing. Even though like even though they think that you're their match, they don't see you as competition. Oh, okay. Well, that's one that wanted to come up. So when it comes to Virgos, so this Virgo thinks that like you're watching them, that you are keeping tabs on them, even though there may have been some sort of separation or not talking. Like they can't help but feel that you're watching them, that you actually care enough to wonder and seek and see what they're doing. And for them, they're just like, okay, whatever. Like, if you're so inclined to check up on them and like and see what they're doing and stuff like that, like what are they gonna do? Like they don't, it's almost like Virgo has left the building. Like they don't they're they're more focused on their spirituality. And so if they at all feel like you're going to be a hindrance or a blockage to their spiritual growth and sanity, then they're not gonna want you in their life. So they're just kind of like, you know letting time pass by between the two of you. um Yeah, there's something about like they think you are, there's some sort of immature energy. It's almost like they think that, that you only come to them when you need them, but not when they need you kind of thing. Is they just kind of feel like there's some sort of like immature energy when it comes to you and them. When it comes to you and Libras, I see here, some of you may work with a Libra, um, but they just kind of see you as like a colleague that they can like really team up with. When it comes to like working together as teammates, they feel like, you guys are able to come together and work well together is what I'm seeing here. When it comes to Scorpios, this person, they they haven't let you go. They just kind of feel like, oh, Capricorn is doing their own thing. Like, they're working on their finances, their stability, and they are very like attracted to that. They like that you are doing your own thing. They appreciate the level of distance. It's just kind of like a good push and pull kind of energy, where it's just like you're not like all in their energy, but at the same time you haven't disappeared either. So it's just kind of like a little bit of a chase and release kind of energy is what I'm seeing here. So it's not necessarily consistent with them, but it's like it's consistently inconsistent. If that makes sense. Okay, so when it comes to Sagittarius, I see here that this person feels like you are like very stubborn, you are set in your ways, that you don't want to have anything to do with them. And it's so funny, right? Like Sagittarius energy coming through very strongly, but they just kind of feel like you guys butt heads, that they may view you as somebody that is very traditional or very set in their ways, and their way of getting back to you is to live their best life. Like they just feel like, if you want to be in their life, then you're going to have to come and chase them. And so but I see here, they know that you're not going to do that. So it's just like, they're just going to keep doing what they're going to keep doing. I see here when it comes to Capricorn that, you and them, you guys vibe very well. And so you appreciate each other's attributes, assets, like the skills and all the wonderful things that you guys just work really well together. And there's some essence of, if you weren't able to be very emotional or like emotionally open with other people, but whereas with this connection you feel like you are understood, that they get you, they understand you, and you feel like you're part of a family in a sense. Okay, when it comes to Aquarius. So, Aquarius feels like, you're just doing your thing, living abundantly, living fully in your life. They know that, you're somebody that if there's any issues or problems, that you're going to get through it in some shape or form. So they trust your abilities, they trust your capabilities, and they are, perhaps this person may like watch over you, or like they may be like your supervisor or your boss or something like that, but they just feel very happy, fulfilled, and content with, having you under their wing, so to speak. Like they're happy. They feel very grounded and stable, knowing that you're a part of their team or a part of the partnership. Okay, when it comes to Pisces. So Pisces views you, wow, this is interesting. So Pisces sees you as somebody that they can't really trust. It's just like perhaps they try to talk to you in the past, they try to let you know something, they try to paint, like explain to you something, but you just won't get it. And so Pisces just kind of feels like, and remember, it could be vice versa, perhaps you were trying to let Pisces know about a certain situation, but they weren't willing to listen. They were, I don't know, but I'm just getting, they feel like you are not willing to listen to them. You already made up your mind. If you already made up your mind, it's hard to sway you. It's to like convince you or to make you see things in a different way. And so they just kind of feel like their hands are tied. They don't really know what to think about you, how to think about you. Some of you, I'm getting the word bitch. Like somebody like Pisces might think that you're a bitch or something like that, that you are very strict with your energy, and that you are cold-hearted. Okay, that's just the energy. That's the message that I'm seeing, and that something about like maybe they thought that you were always going to like be there for them, or like they thought they can count on you, but then they realized this was just like, you know how sometimes you have those connections where you meet like once or twice a year. Like they thought you were going to be more than that, but they realized that you were just like, more than an acquaintance, but it's just, they can't set roots with you. They feel like, you cut them off, or you don't want to have anything to do with them. And they just kind of feel like, perhaps they rooted for you, and they vouched for you in a sense, and then only to realize that that wasn't reciprocated, that you may have seen them in a weak light, and they feel like they're literally saying like, what a bitch. Like that's what they're saying. Like that's just kind of like the energy that I'm picking up. Okay, so all right. So some of you, just a final message, some of you are just very interested in love, okay? I do get that there is some sort of romance. Yeah, some of you may be connecting with a water sign, strong Cancerian, Pisces energy coming through, and their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. It almost feels like this is somebody that you are willing to set roots with. I see here this person is putting in some sort of effort, and so it's up to you. Like, will you give them a chance? Will you not? Ooh, I do sense here that Some of you are, even though this person is putting in the effort and stuff like that, you've already moved on. It's almost like you decided not to wear your heart on your sleeve and was just like, you're tired of being stabbed in the back, being in third parties, like being in something immature. You don't want people that lies, cheats, like none of that. And you just kind of feel like, this person may have done this to you in the past and you're not really sure if you're willing to give them another chance, is what I'm seeing here. And so the advice coming through is, see the pros and cons, what this person has done or haven't done. And I see here that you're going to use almost like a very, fair-minded, leaving the emotions out and trying to see the situation for what it is, okay? Hello, Rabia. Welcome, welcome. So that's the reading I have for you, Capricorns. If you're just joining in, feel free to check out your playlist. There's going to be other readings for you there. I have posted your Tarot Today reading already, so feel free to check that out. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As mentioned in the past, I am currently doing a 1,000 subscriber goal. So if I reach that goal by August 7th, on August 8th, the day after, during the Lionsgate portal, I'm going to be doing a live stream where I answer personal questions, whether that's a yes or no, or if you need a little bit more insights. So, as my way of showing my gratitude. I do feel like we can win as a collective. So here's to the goal of reaching 1,000, okay? So thank you so much for those who have, subscribed to the channel and are going to. I appreciate it very much. Don't forget to click the notification bell and let's see, okay? Let's see what happens on the 7th, and if everything goes good, then I'll be answering your questions on the 8th, okay? So thank you so much again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.